What's up guys, it's Devin James here. Today I'm going to take you through one or two properties up in North Phoenix. It's a beautiful area up here in North Phoenix and it's a beautiful day.
Turn right to stay on West Christine Circle.
It's a beautiful day up here. Right, here we are. This is the first property we're going to take a look at, and two reasons why we're looking at these properties today. So number one is that I have a flip property in the area, and number two is to just provide an update on where how far your dollar is going over here in Phoenix. And so we'll show you guys the outside of the property here. So here we are, and we're gonna take a look at this place. All right, first thing you see, this is the front door. First thing you see when you walk into this house is that wall, which is really interesting to me because it literally serves no function other than a pantry and the backing of a refrigerator. First thing I would have done with this property is probably knock that whole wall down. I can imagine that this is a supporting structural wall. If it is, you could leave a post in there, that'd be totally fine. You could literally just move this whole section over here to this side of the kitchen, and it would change the game for this kitchen. So really what I'm looking to do here is just compare and contrast the property that I am about to list that is about 0.2 miles away from this place. So immediately when we come in, we've got like a dining room to the right, we've got our kitchen to the left, which we'll circle back to, and then we walk through a hallway corridor and you have a bathroom off to the right, which is nice. Not necessarily to the current times with the style, but the shower has been redone recently. Fiberglass, like acrylic top, looks like they put like a coat of lacquer on top of it. Definitely would have gone with like a floating vanity here instead. Here, I definitely would have gone with a lighter floor. And in this room that I'm in right now, kind of this back room here, it really looks like a dungeon. There's 0 windows over here. I might even like punch a window right over there just to make this room look a lot more open, because I think that's the backyard. Another thing that I'm noticing is that these ceilings are, you know, I'm not the tallest guy, maybe just about 6 foot, and I'm touching the ceilings right here. So the ceilings in this particular room, actually in the whole house, it seems like are really low. See, it looks like they did some touch-ups in the kitchen as well. I would have gone ahead and just replaced this sink. These are very simple things to do. Just go ahead and do like even just a farmhouse right there and cut through the countertop. And literally you could just do a farmhouse, cut this out and drop it right in. Put like a nice, you know, one of those big overhang faucets in there. Get away with that for about $300-400, and it really, really updates the whole look of the kitchen. We're walking into bathroom number 2, and it's actually quite similar. They actually ended up doing the same vanity, which, again, you find this a lot in Arizona. You see kind of the darker like desert tones, the browns and stuff like that. And for the bathrooms, I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm really, really a fan of the bright, and a lot of my clients are kind of the same. So if you guys are thinking about flipping properties, about investing in real estate, definitely consider, and it's not more expensive either. You can actually find cheaper material if you're just going with basic light colors, white, grays. Those are totally in right now. And yeah, we kind of got the same thing going on here. I guess bedroom number 3, you've got your open closet. So yeah, again, I am even just trimming this out, like literally just trimming it, would make a huge difference in these rooms. Let's see what else. I'm really digging this. I like this a lot. That's the back part of the fireplace. It makes rooms look a lot bigger when you have some sort of furniture in them, is my opinion. So now we're in kind of like the laundry room here. Okay, great. Now we're heading into the garage. So this is one of the big differentiators between this property and mine, is that we're dealing with a 2-car garage. This is really rough. Somebody tried to do the drywall in here, and mine has actually no drywall. It's just studs. And I'm actually happy about that because it looks like somebody did a really bad job here, and this is all gonna have to just come down and be redone anyway. So it's better off that they just didn't even do anything. It looks like somebody really lost interest out here. They started texturing this wall and didn't texture over there, and then the ceiling's falling apart. So I would have rather them have just not done anything. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the backyard. So this is listed as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $335,000 is the list price. The lot size, let's flip you guys around. Now the lot size looks like it is about, I don't know, 8,000 square feet, something like that. I'm looking directly at Bell. This is Bell Road. And if you're not familiar, Bell Road is a pretty busy street in North Phoenix. So yeah, that's a big concern. So they have this type of wall here. This is concrete, and they have these forms. This is steel, and they just slide these kind of like concrete things into the wall, right? And it looks like it's surrounding the entire yard. So this is really interesting because a lot of the fences out here is typically block, so you can just kind of like stack the block up. I'm actually not sure how you would actually raise that. We've got some beautiful date palms back here, Canary Island date palms. This is my favorite palm tree ever. Super mature back here, like 15-year-old palm trees. You can see that one, you can see that one. Coming from Colorado, non-desert climate, absolutely love the palm trees so much. But the rest of the backyard, pretty boring. We just got a ton of rock going on back here. Literally just tons and tons of rock. You wouldn't believe how much rock is back here. Take a look at this. Do you see these? These are bolts where a post used to be. So they ended up just like sawing these bolts off. Why was there a post around here? You can see them all around kind of like the deck here. This is a pool deck, and this used to be a swimming pool. They ended up filling in this swimming pool and just covering it up with some turf and then putting like a fire pit in there. So really sad to see this. This happens all the time in Phoenix. A lot of people take their pools for granted out here, and they end up just filling them in. It does take a lot of maintenance and care and stuff like that. You have to replaster them. It costs like 5-10 grand. You got to do that like every 15 years. So there is a cost to having swimming pools, but I hate to see this. I do notice the AC looks fairly new. Got some solar panels up there, great. I might want to check in on the lease of those solar panels. I don't know if they're owned or leased, because the lease, you would end up, if you ended up purchasing this house, you would have to pay that lease, right? And those leases usually go like 15, 30 years. So that's a long-term commitment on 100 and 200 bucks a month or whatever the lease amount is. So we got this side here, fine. One huge downside that I see with this property is there's no place to store your toys. And us over here in North Phoenix specifically, we love to have our toys. We love to store our RVs, our quads, our side-by-sides. We love to store our boats and stuff like that. So you've got a huge yard, but you can't get anything back here. It's really sad when I'm looking at a property like this. Already got some people coming to take a look at the house. It's crazy how much demand is up here. Oh, you guys are just looking at my thing. Okay. So the agents asked me right away. The buyer's agent, she was there. She was just going to show the property to the some potential buyers or whatever. And she's like, "What do you think of the property?" I'm like, "There's a wall right when you walk in. Just knock the damn wall down." And she's like, "I know. I was thinking the same thing in the pictures." Just anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at one other property, and then I got to hurry back to my property and make sure that these guys are taking care of the paint work. I got to make sure that they got their together over here. Now I have no idea how to get out of here, which is the problem. I'm just like driving in circles. Okay. I'm really excited about the other property because it's listed for $360. I am in absolute heaven if I can get $360 for my property, and looks like I probably can, because recap of the $335,000 property in North Phoenix. It is a really good property for the first-time home buyer. Really decent property. There are a lot of improvements and updates that I would have made. There were a lot of things that I would have done differently on that property, but that's totally fine. Like it's very normal to find properties like this in Phoenix, which are just all brown and just kind of like rock everywhere and all that kind of stuff. But regardless, I'm super thrilled. I accomplished exactly what I wanted to out of looking at that property, is to get a better understanding of what I can list mine for. And we've got tons and tons of showings on that property at $335. So if that's the case, then I think I'm pretty good at coming in at my original list, which was $347, maybe even a little bit higher, depending on looking at this property over here that's listed at $360. So let me cross Bell, let me get over to that property, and then we'll go ahead and take a look. Okay, so just got the house open door property, so it's a little bit different process, right, to get inside of the house, but very comparable to the last property, 3.2 with a 2-car garage. Landscaping is in need of some serious help. As you can see here, we've just got like exposed tubing line. I definitely would have just cleaned all of this stuff up, get rid of this. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this property and see what you guys think. So this is a much better entryway than the last property. So when you come in, you're immediately just opened up to a living space, which is super ideal. And then you've got a big bay window here. The windows in the exterior definitely need a lot of work. These are the original windows as well, which I'm actually super excited about because I have never replaced the windows in my the property that's for sale over here either. And I was kind of worried about that. I was going to see a bunch of brand new windows out here, but everybody's got old windows. We've even got like a crack in that one. We've got like the same laminate floor going on here, but they ended up going with a white trim. So it looks like they did add like the baseboard and stuff. And that really, really looks good, man. Open door is like pro at this kind of stuff. So they did a really good job here. This is beautiful. So you walk in, you've got an amazing kitchen over here. I'm starting to kind of like get the idea of why they're charging or asking so much for this. What I hate about this kitchen is that they've got the air ducts coming in here, and so they've kind of like dropped the ceiling for the entire kitchen because of that. So when you walk underneath the kitchen, look, I'm like scraping the top of it right here, which I hate those low ceilings. I'm not a big fan of that at all. But they've got a nice little backsplash going on here. This is much, much better kitchen than the last one was, that's for sure. I really, really enjoy this layout. We've got an amazing island right here, pretty massive vanity for a tiny little sink here. I definitely would have chose a different vanity just because the size of this bathroom, you know, literally like I can span the whole bathroom. It's not very big, and I definitely wouldn't have put that big of a vanity in here. But look, we've got glass tile shower. Interesting choice there. Looks like we have a broken glass tile here, so I hate to have stuff like this because it's the first thing a buyer's gonna look at is they're gonna be like, dude, you've got to replace the tile shower, and it's gonna have to be, you know, $3,000. It's gonna have to like be the last day before your closing. And bedroom number one back here, pretty decent sized room. This must be what they would consider the master here, I'm guessing. So we've got like the double closets here. Yeah, I don't like these closet doors at all. These are not good, really outdated. But somebody did a really good job, I think, of building some shelves and organization in here. I can't even seem to figure out these doors. Do you see the contrast between these floors? This is like my eye goes straight to it and I just like die inside a little bit. So we've got these little floors and oh my God, look at this. Even fathom that, but anyways, yeah, the shower is very old. I mean, literally, we've got rust up there, man. Look at this countertop. Like this is the original bathroom that was in this house, and I don't like it at all. Let's keep going. I gotta get out of this thing. What's interesting is that via the bathroom is how you get to the backyard. We got the patio overhang just like ours. Again, we've got a brick block house, which is nice. And they let this yard just go to hell. Big backyard, I don't know, maybe about the same lot size, just kind of like spread out a little bit, 8,000. Bedroom number two is here. This is a very identical size to mine, about 12 by 12 is my guess here. Again, we've got these really old closet doors here. Gosh dang, man, if you just like throw some trim. We've got a carpeted bedroom. So this is the only carpet that I'm seeing in the place. And ours, we left our master bedroom carpeted. We've got all of the original popcorn ceiling. That was massive, man. That's a massive project to remove all of that stuff, but it's absolutely necessary to get rid of that because there's no better way to date a house than to have the popcorn ceiling still. It's gonna tell everybody that you've got an old house. So you gotta get rid of that crap. All right, here's the biggest differentiator. So we're walking outside of the main property and into the second one. I wonder if this is open, and it's not. Why would it not be open? So apparently there's a totally another, yeah. So there's like a rear apartment. It's kind of what's going on here. So they built like an addition here. It would explain why this house is listed for $365,000, because they're essentially selling an additional 500 square feet, which is what they're looking for. That is off of the main street, and they've got like a gate here. So I'm guessing that they just have like an RV space here. So you can pull in all your toys, you can store your stuff. That's pretty cool. I really like this. Just clean this up a little bit. If you're looking for additional income, this property might make a little bit of sense, because you can actually rent out that section right there. You could probably get, I don't know, $700-800 or something for that. And if you're paying your mortgage all in about $1,500 a month on this property, then that actually might help you quite a bit. So let's go ahead and go back into the bathroom. Finally got back to the property, and looks like these guys burning the midnight oil here. They just got the trim all painted up. So it looks like tomorrow we're gonna have paint around the whole house. The painters are here. They've got the trim all painted around the house. I'm super excited to see this. This is called Black Suede. It's paint by Bear, and actually just looks black. But it's not completely black. It's more charcoal. I love the accent with the gate that we've got going on there. I can't wait for this column and the main part of the house to get painted taupe. You guys are gonna be blown away, I think, about how this property is going to look once we get the landscaping cleaned up and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and walk around the property, take a look. What I love about this house, first of all, is that we've got the privacy gate over here, so you can't really like see in and out, and also nobody can just like walk up to the front door of the property. Really love that. I think it's a great feature of this property. We've got the second gate over here, so you could store boat, jet skis, all that other kind of stuff. And we're painting all those columns too to match the house. It's gonna look really good. I'm also replacing all the lats in that gate to be just the cedar wood to match the other gate. So let's go ahead and walk through. We did have a kind of like an overhang here, so you could see that fresh stucco work that's been done over there. We had an overhang that we just completely ripped out. It was straight out of the 80s. Had no reason to be here, so we just went ahead and took that out. It's gonna look a lot better. So let's go ahead and go through here and take a look at what we got. It's a really, really great property here. So we got the painters over here painting the top, patching up the wood and stuff like that. But when you come in, you've got like a courtyard here, which is really, really nice. So you've got like your privacy gate. Coming in here, you've got your courtyard. We're gonna plant some, I don't know, probably lay some rock, plant a couple bushes here or something like that. One of the biggest things about this property though is that we've got these massive windows that are like literally 5 foot, almost 6 foot windows around the whole property. And then the rest of the windows are just this size, which is still like a pretty decent size. This is the detached garage, which is what you're looking at on the other side of the courtyard here. It's only a 1-car garage, but it can actually serve as 2 because we've got the carport in the back. So it's actually a pull through. We've got a garage door on the front side. You've also got a garage door on the back side here. So you can have a car stored out here. You can also enclose this if you wanted to. This is RV parking over here. We've got, so the back of the 10-foot gate you've got here, and I don't know, you could comfortably store a 40-foot RV in this side right here. And you've also got this amazing backyard. So we have about 9,000, 10,000 square foot lot that we're looking at here. It's all surrounded by these bushes. We've got these amazing, what are these called? These are oleanders. I love these oleanders because they get to be about 12 feet tall, and they will eventually just block the entire property. We've got new grass that we planted in here and a brand new irrigation system that we've installed as well. Then we go into the swimming pool over here. So we've got about a 20,000 gallons swimming pool over here. We're getting the swimming pool redone. We've got the guys starting on Monday, a couple days from now. And then we've got the spa that's on the other side of the swimming. So once the pool gets done, it's gonna look really nice back here. We've got this little patio overhang. Then we've also got these sliding doors. We've got 2 pair of these, or 2 sets of, or 2 of the sliding doors. Right, we got one right here, and we've also got one on the other side of the property. But if you're taking a look at how big this lot is, we've got a pretty decent sized lot here. So probably the biggest lot of any of the 2 properties that we just visited. just from a square footage size. And then also backyard for like entertaining purposes. I mean, this backyard completely blows away the other ones, with the filled in pool and then just all the dead grass or pretty much dirt in the other backyard. So once this pool is replastered, we're going to be about a week and a half, 2 weeks out from getting that pool replastered. We're going to fill it back up. We're going to paint also the pool deck that you see right here. So it's going to be, this is pretty much matching the house right now, which the house is going to be a totally different color. So this is going to look really out of place. Haven't decided on the pool deck color, but that'll be a really simple fix. Probably just go with like a gray or something like that, and probably end up going with like some light gray tile or something like that around the pool as well. End up replacing this pool equipment. We got some leaking going on here. Don't pay attention to all of this trash over here. This is all just like construction material, miscellaneous junk that we had to clear out. But now we're on gate number 2. So this is the 8-foot gate. We have about I don't know, about 30 feet that we could, pull a vehicle in here. This is courtyard number 2 right here. So we've got a bedroom on this side. We've got the master bedroom on this side. And again, you have these massive windows, which really makes this property stand out. And then you've got sliding door number 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to end up adding a patio, just probably some basic pavers and stuff like that. Maybe put, some pots and some planters over here and something like that. One additional thing that we're thinking about adding is a privacy fence. So we might just go ahead and spin up like a fence right here, just a couple posts, maybe bring it up like 8 feet or something like that. That way we're blocking the view from the neighbors. It could be kind of like a secluded, like private area right here. With the trim paint, I'm super happy with how that's turning out. Again, accent to these black posts here. Now we're all the way back in the beginning. So the next video, we'll go ahead and take a look at the interior. A lot happening on the interior, but I will show you guys the full renovation. So like and subscribe to my channel for future updates to the North Phoenix flip property. Talk soon.